Good morning from day 7. The sun is up. I'll show you right here. So we're not far from the trail. Here's the trail. And here's our view this morning. Let's see, there's the moon. The mountains that we came from last night. Southbound is that way. We're making our way down, actually. We were a lot higher elevation throughout the day yesterday. Now we're making our way down. And it's a beautiful morning. Not as cold right now. It was cold last night. We were a little chilly last night. It doesn't feel too bad out here right now, and the wind is not blowing. So, we're going to have a beautiful day 7 here. If you're curious, a quick little update on how we manage in the morning. So those of us that are a little bit more awake than others or super excited to hit the trail are usually out of the tent first. And then I usually divvy up my food for the day so that I don't have to go into my bag to get food for the day. I put just what I need for one day in the smaller bag and keep that on the outside. We brush our teeth. We make our way out of the tent, pack our bags, get our shoes on. I've got tape and blister stuff here. So before we put our dirty, gross socks back on, we tend to any foot issues. And then once everybody's out of the tent, we work together to take it down. And it looks like we're going to need to dry it out again. You can see it's a little bit damp and wet still from condensation or what have you. So that's kind of our morning routine here. And we're getting a little bit better at it. Nobody slept great last night. It was pretty cold. Were you cold last night? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, sometimes we're a little slower in the morning than others, but we're doing great. Doing awesome. So I'll update you later. Pretty gross, huh? You're already shoed up. Nice job. Yep. Okay, that was a little challenging because everything's wet and sandy.
Yes.
So we have a whole bunch of wet and sandy stuff to dry out. Our sleeping bags are also damp and wet. So lots to dry out today when we get out to the sun and have some space and time, which we never feel like we have time. We always just want to keep making miles. So it's a little hard. So right now our goal is 16.5 to the Paradise Valley Cafe, where we can get the best hamburger on the trail. And they close at 3, so we need to get there by 2. It's currently, what time? 7:15. That took a little bit longer, I think, today to break down. I'm going to put the camera away. We're going to move 16.5 to Paradise Valley Cafe. We're going to enjoy lunch, and then we're going to hike on. So, not sure how many total miles we'll do today. We'll probably talk about it over lunch. First push underway. Yeah, so here we go. Shouldn't be a problem to make it to the cafe. And so we're all looking forward to that. So, as we hike along this morning, I called home yesterday, talked to Gary, and learned about some terrible news. So learned that earlier this week, cousin Mike passed away, and it's totally tragic. 39 years old, I believe. Wonderful man, police officer, great guy. And so we're thinking of everyone. Uncle Mike and Lisa, I'm so sorry. Ashley and Alyssa, and the whole family, everybody who knew him and loved him. We're thinking of you, praying for everybody. Sorry that the boys and I won't be there for the services in a few days. But we just wanted to say that we're aware, we're thinking about all of you, and we're so sorry. And we loved Cousin Mike, and I'm heartbroken and thinking of all of you, and we're sorry, and we love you. So this is supposed to be a water cistern, and let's see. Oh boy! Don't step on it. There's water in there, but this is a little sketchy. I don't think we're gonna lean on it, and I don't think we're gonna reach down there for water. Nobody's desperate for water, are they? Let's evaluate what we have, and you'd need to, I don't know, you'd need to reach down in there or scoop it out with something, which isn't going to be possible. And I don't think that we are empty anyway. So let's see what we have.
So, Mom didn't think we had any climbs today, but we do. We have one climb. It's like a total of 7 miles long. So in 0.6, when we get to the bottom of this sucker, we got a 7-mile climb. It's gonna be like 3 steep, 2 flattish, and then a push to the top. And then it's gonna be a little flatter, bumpy to town. So 12 miles to town, it's 8:30. We're hoping to get it done by 2 o'clock at the latest.
Okay, right across the trail here, I almost just stepped on this guy. I saw pictures of these. I forget what this is called. I don't believe it's a rattlesnake. Doesn't have a rattle.
It's not a rattlesnake.
People think these are pretty. I forget what their name is. I don't know if they're dangerous or not. I'm gonna go this way around him. Hold on, you guys. Let me just look at him real quick, and then you guys move around him. So I'm just trying to show you him. See. There he is. He's like silvery, kind of iridescent. And I forget the name of him, but I have seen these before from other people on the trail. Okay, so just move around him. He's going the other way. But holy smokes, he was straight across the trail. I literally almost just stepped right on him. Whew. All right, so right after that snake, we started climbing, and the trail here is sandy, but mostly it's like dirt and rocks. And it's warmed up. I think we have about another mile, maybe a little bit more than a mile of the climb part. Whew. Look at that view. So we're working, we're getting there. So we're having a nice break here. I don't know if you can see these guys, we're kind of shaded. Got a bunch of other hikers hanging around. I got my sleeping bag over there drying out. Our fly is over the shrub over there. Hopefully those things are drying out. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get water and then move on. Oh my
I'm fostering them, yeah.
Look at these adorable little pups. So this is Mary. Oh no. So Mary, whoop.
Oh, there
has a residence in Montana, owns this land right here, and comes and fills this water cistern for the PCT hikers. Oh, these little puppies she's fostering, there are 3 around here. She just took them out so we could play with them. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. So we were just saying thank you to Mary for filling this water and letting us use this land here to sit and have our lunch. Can I video you?
Oh, definitely.
Tell me your name again.
I'm Miguel from Los Angeles, but I go by Carabiner. Nice to meet you. You have a great family. More families should be like you. Seriously, you guys are blessed. I'm happy to see that.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you
awesome to meet
it
you.
was awesome running
So
into you.
Carabiner's your trail name?
Yes, it is.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So we'll see you up trail then.
See you, and I'm going to look you guys up on
Yeah.
YouTube, and you guys will see one of my comments, guaranteed.
Thank you. Bless you. Have an awesome...
You guys' videos too. Make you guys famous, hopefully.
You're going to be famous.
Oh, thank you.
Have an awesome hike.
You too.
Bye-bye. It's also Mary that we met down by the water. So she was amazing. She owns this property. She's actually originally from central Massachusetts. And she has this property, 23 acres, she said, with a tiny little house on it for a weekend getaway. And then she also has a residence in, what was her license plate? Where did she say? Montana. So that was really fun to run into her and be able to say thank you. Second half of the push to the Paradise Valley Cafe. We have a couple miles up and then a bunch of miles down. So we're talking about what kind of burger we want. Regular fries or sweet potato fries. We're getting excited. So 6 or 7 miles we'll be there. Look at that. So that's snow, right?
I'm not sure.
We think that's snow.
Look, because if you look in the crevice of that one, there's white. It's snow.
You think it's white rock or you think it's snow? I think that might be the San Jacinto Mountains, and I think it might be snow. But I don't know for sure. But it sure is pretty. This is official on the map. View of cliff. So here it is. View of the cliff. And if I go not too close to the edge, but you can see it, I don't know if you can tell, this does drop straight down over that edge. Don't know if you can tell, but it is a straight drop. What do you think of that cliff, Ash?
Cool.
It's quite a cliff.
Yep.
Let's go.
We've been climbing since lunch, and the cafe is, well, it's 2 miles ahead out to a highway, and then the cafe is a mile down the highway. Highway being a road, I think. All right, so we're coming along. This wasn't even on my radar. Were any of you expecting this?
No, I knew it was coming up, but I wasn't expecting it in the dirt.
Oh, I don't even know if you can see it through the shade of the tree. Yeah. But in the dirt here, it says 150. 150 miles on the PCT, boys.
Good job.
Good work. All right, we're coming out to Highway 74. And we need to go 1 mile. I need to double check which direction. I think it's, oh, there's a hiker coming back, so maybe it's west.
That's Idyllwild.
Rides to Aya. Hiker coming this way, so we'll ask him if that's the way to the cafe. Or I can check. All right, here we go. Came out that gate. So, good lunch? All right. we've gotten this much closer to that mountain. That was so high and so far away when we were up there.
I know.
That's crazy. That's so awesome. So we're making our way the mile. All right, I'm gonna take an initial video. We don't have our food yet, but we have a seat. They were gonna give us the picnic table, but I said, can we please have chairs with backs? So anyways, lots of other hikers here, bikers, people vacationing, hanging out. I'm gonna go plug my phone in and charge it up. So I figured I'd at least take this video to start. Okay. My phone isn't fully charged, but I took it off for a few minutes. I have put my Crocs on. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's a root beer.
Awesome, thank you. We moved from the shady table, and this feels so good to sit and lean back. And we have amazing burgers and fries coming. And I used the bathroom to wash my hands with soap and water. I can't tell you how amazing that is. How much dirt came off was disgusting, but it just feels so good. And I even splashed my face with soap and water, which also felt so good. What do we have here?
Burgers. Awesome burgers.
The American burger with sweet potato fries. I got the Gus burger. It's on this like garlicky sourdough, I think, or something. I don't know. She said it was one of the best ones here, so that's what I got.
I got the Route 66 burger. It has bacon and then cheese and then a bunch of other stuff on the side.
Nice. How are the fries? Are they good?
It's really good.
What'd you get?
The same thing as Asher.
Oh, nice. Okay. And
Gus burger.
another Gus burger over there. This place is great. Oh my gosh, there's that mountain right over there, you guys. That snowy mountain. Oh, this place is awesome. I love how bold these kids get when they really want something. So we're here at the Paradise Valley Cafe. We're sitting outside here, charging up and trying to get a video to load. We're trying to get our day one posted for everybody that wants to see it. And it's going like so slow. It's stuck at like 20%. And we need to get back on the trail to keep hiking tonight. So these boys are over here and they're trying to strike a deal with me. They're trying to get us to go into Idyllwild tonight instead of tomorrow. It's 27 trail miles away, but it's only 17 street miles. So they're trying to hitch a ride. They're trying to get us a lift to Idyllwild so that we could stay in Idyllwild tonight because everyone really wants a shower. And if we stay in Idyllwild tonight, then they're willing to hike tomorrow southbound back to this point so that we don't skip any trail miles. But we get to sleep in a bed and have a shower tonight is kind of what they're hoping for. So they're standing here waiting for someone that's going in that direction. And I'm gonna reach out to the Facebook Trail Angels and see if there's anyone in the area.
So where are you guys from?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Wow.
Yeah. So this is very... All right, we're getting a ride into Idyllwild. This is so nice of this gentleman, Frank. But we can't find a place to stay. We're checking this campground out. Brody is checking the bathrooms and the showers.
One shower.
There's one shower there?
One
I wonder if
shower.
there's another bathhouse.
3 bathrooms.
This one's reserved, so come back. Apparently this one is reserved. All right, so the laundromat is closed, we just found out. Frank is actually waiting for us to set up our tent. These two guys just let us squat on their campsite because it's like the only one that's open that's not in the hike and bike section, which is already filled up and has a bunch of hills. So, yeah. So we're camping next to these guys tonight on their spot. Yeah. And we're still going to go downtown and check it out, even though we can't do laundry. All right, we are at the Idlewood Pizza Company. I feel like I'm in, like, I don't know, warp zone or something. This is crazy. What just happened? The kids definitely thought that this was going to go differently. And now here we are in the pizza joint in Idyllwild. And we don't really need dinner, but we're just looking for a place to hang out, and all the coffee shops are already closed. So we're gonna come up with a plan from here.
Tell them I'm working the Instagram.
Okay, quick update. Brody is working on posting to Instagram. We think we just got day 1 posted to YouTube. We're in this place. I feel like I'm in, like, look at, like, Back to the Future. That's what I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm in some, like, time zone warps, like, this crazy music going on in this pizza place. This is funny. Anyway, we're sitting here, we're charging up, and I was just on the phone for probably 40 minutes with this woman, Janine, who lives here in Idlewood and wants to help hikers. Idlewild, sorry. Janine lives in Idlewild, and she helps hikers, and she is just absolutely amazing. She's gonna help us in the morning. She's gonna pick us up in the afternoon tomorrow. We're gonna stay at her place tomorrow night. Tonight we already had our tent set up, so it didn't make sense to try to take it down. So we're gonna go with that plan. And while I was talking to her, she had put out to some people in the community that we needed to be taken in, and some other guy called us and said he would help us if we needed a place tonight. So the people here are amazing. Idlewild is wonderful, hiker friendly, amazing place. But we're gonna wrap up here with what we need to post, and we got to get back to our tent and get to bed. So more later. Okay, and the update continues. We're still here, and we've now gotten a pizza because we've been here so long charging up and hanging out, and the boys decided they were a little bit hungry again, so we're just going to share one pizza, and we need to get back and get to bed is what we need to do. We got a big day planned tomorrow. But anyway, quick update. All right, we shut this place down, the Idyllwild Pizza Company. And we are walking back to the campground. I don't even know how far it is. I should check. But here's the post office. I think this is like a mile walk back to the campground. Fortunately, our tent is already set up. So hopefully we can get in and get settled quickly. We got a big day tomorrow. I wanted to show Idyllwild. This is like a really neat place with a whole bunch of shops, stores, restaurants. It's cool. This place is cool, but it's late and dark and cold. So, yeah, this might be good night. Brody, what are you doing?
Eating mashed potatoes. There's never too much food.
Carabiner gave us some mashed potatoes when we left the cafe. Oh my goodness. We didn't have time to eat them, so he's eating them now. What are we doing with the fried chicken? You gonna eat that right now too?
I'll eat it tomorrow.
Okay, here we are. Mount San Jacinto State Park Campground. And we're gonna make our way to our tent. Most people here are probably already sleeping. So the tent site that we're on, I don't know if I already mentioned this, there were no sites available. So we were in this town with no place to stay. And these two guys were like, hey, we had been talking to them. They were like, hey, you can set your tent up here on our site if you want. One of them's a thru hiker. One of them's just a climber, his buddy, who picked him up and is taking him back to trail in the morning. But he's getting back on at a different place than us. So we probably won't see them. So anyway, it's getting dark. We're making our way to our site and people are sleeping. So I'm going to say good night from day 7. Day 7. Okay, turn on my headlamp. That's probably a good idea. Okay, good night from day 7.